Hey, how's it going? Thanks so much for checking out this video. My name is Ray, and this is my complete demo and review of the LyxPro beginner electric guitar. Full transparency, I did receive this guitar for free from LyxPro. I actually got it through the TikTok creator shop. I saw that they were giving away free samples to creators, and I'm like, what the hell, why not try to get one? And yeah, I was approved for the Strat style guitar. I also tried to get their Tele style and their Les Paul style, but it made sense. They got back to me saying, hey, listen, we can't give like tons of guitars away for everybody, but we'll give you one of the Strat style ones to try out. On my channel here, I did do an unboxing video, so definitely check that out to get my first impressions. But since then, I have restrung this. I've set it up, changed the action and everything, set up the neck, and fixed a few things on it. And so, yeah, let's hear how this thing's going to sound. Real quick, here's my signal chain. I'm going from the LyxPro beginner electric guitar, S-style, Strat style, into my trusted ME90. That is going into my Alesis Multi-Mix 8, into my Focus Scarlett 2i2 interface, and that's going into my laptop, which is running Reaper, which is my DAW. For all the clean tones, I'm going to use the natural preamp. All the crunch tones is going to be the X high gain, and all the super heavy tones are going to be the X modded, all from Boss's AIRD on here on the Boss ME90. All right, guys, so I'm going to start with clean tones. I'm going to work through each of the different 5 pickup combinations, starting with the neck pickup, and here's how it sounds clean on the neck. Here's a clean tone with the neck and middle together. All of these playing examples are original songs. Either I wrote them or I wrote them with my friend Paul Tunis, by the way. Here is the middle pickup on a clean tone. Here is the middle pickup with the bridge pickup together, and this is how it sounds with a clean tone. And lastly, let's do the bridge pickup on a clean tone. Going back to the neck pickup. Going back to the nick pickup. If only I could talk, right, my friends? All right, going back to the neck pickup, let's go up to the X high gain amp and get some crunch going. All right, starting with the neck on a crunch tone. Here is the neck and middle together with a crunch tone. Here is the middle pickup by itself with a crunch tone. Here is the middle pickup with the bridge pickup together. And lastly, with the crunch tone, here is the bridge pickup by itself. Let's bump it up now to the X modded. So for some as high gain as I'm going to get with this thing. All right, let's get some high gain going. Back to the neck pickup. And here's a super high gain. Here is the neck and middle together with a high gain tone. Here's the middle pickup by itself. Here is the neck and bridge together. And lastly, here is the bridge pickup with a high gain setting. All right, man. It definitely, these pickups retain their clarity and stuff through all that, don't they? It sounds kind of twangy, almost like a Telecaster, but there's one more thing I want to do here. I'm definitely going to have to probably tune this thing up after trying to dive bomb. Yeah. You know what, though? Honestly, for a $100 guitar, even on the dive bomb there, it's not that far off. Just bump things just a little bit, enough to make it annoying. Guys, as I'm tuning too, I want to thank you all so much again for watching these videos. I really do appreciate it. I'm still trying to find my vibe, my voice as a presenter. You know, I don't want to do anything that's pretentious or douchey or, you know, I just want to be myself, you know, and sometimes I just kind of get tripped up in my words. I'm, you know, recording in my room by myself to a camera, and it's weird to get stage fright, literally talking to my phone on a tripod. But I know you guys are all out there, so if I ever get tongue-tied and stuff, I do apologize for that. I swear, that's why I play music, you know, like it's why I sing, you know. It's easier for me to sing than it is for me to talk. So, all right, the last thing I want to do here, though, so I'm going to add a little bit of delay to that high gain tone. So just a couple repeats. So you just get a little bit of that. And one thing I like to do with the tone pots, I'm going to put it on the middle and bridge together. And I'm going to roll this tone all the way off for the middle pickup, which gives you kind of a weird, fuzzy, kind of lo-fi kind of sound. So check this out. This is with, so like the middle's tone is turned all the way off. And then the bridge pickup is, all, you know, all the way up. Sounds like this. All right, and now I'm going to do the same thing, but switch it to the neck in the middle. So the middle's tone is still all the way off. And it sounds like this. And now I'm going to switch it around, and I'm going to take the neck pickup, and I'm going to turn its tone all the way down. So this is the neck and middle with the neck pickup's tone all the way down. So just some weird sounds you can get with this guitar. All right, it is time for the review. You've made it this far. Thank you guys so much. If you have made it this far, please like, share, subscribe, all those kind of things. It really does help me out more than you can ever know. When I first unboxed this guitar, I was kind of making fun of it for the fact that the bridge pickup, that the tone wasn't wired to the bridge pickup. So there's no tone control for the bridge. I have since found out, I'm still learning. I've been playing guitar now for over 31 years, almost 32 years. It's crazy that I still learn every single day. I was just recently watching this Joe Bonamassa video. He was talking about vintage, like 1954 Strats. The 54 Strats only had a tone control for the neck, which was this middle tone control, and they had a tone control for the middle pickup, which was this bottom tone control. The bridge did not have a tone control. If you wanted to take a vintage Stratocaster from back in the 50s, you would have to like wire it yourself to get the tone control to control the bridge. So in LyxPro's defense, this is like a 1950s style Stratocaster. They went with that style of design where the tone is for the neck in the middle, but there is no tone control for the bridge. Now, you always could go in and you could wire the tone to go to the bridge. And that's even what Joe Bonamassa said he likes to do with his vintage 1954 Stratocasters, which are crazy expensive. So I apologize for that. I had no idea. So that's actually not a design flaw. They were just, making this thing like a vintage Strat. Unlike a vintage Strat, though, it does have the 5-way toggle, which is always nice. The vintage Strats, you had to try to find the middle position between to get like these two to be on at the same time, or the middle and bridge to be on at the same time. I personally prefer the 5-way toggle. Then there's no guesswork, especially when you're playing live. You don't have time to sit there trying to figure out where the middle is. So 5-way toggle, it works just fine. The pots all work exactly the way they should. Now, this guitar, I've seen it anywhere from like $98 to like $105. It's around that $100 mark. So you're going to get those $100 kind of idiosyncrasies. For one thing, I would not recommend using a right angle jack on this. I used my right angle jack, and I seriously almost had to get pliers out to pry it out of the jack. And when I did that, it almost ripped this whole thing out. So I had to go in and I had to like fix this jack. I had to like, really tighten the screw and stuff. I had to take the whole damn thing apart. Now I got it going good. So, but I would definitely recommend, even now it's a little bit tough to take out, but I would recommend a straight plug to go in there. I did loosen the springs a bit to make the whammy bar a little looser, but I did make the bridge flesh. So I don't have any, it's not a floating bridge. So I think it did come as a floating bridge, but I made it flesh because it just is going to help with intonation. I got the action really nice, I think. It feels really good. I got it where it's not really like buzzing out on me at all, and the action feels really nice and low. The neck feels really good. Again, there is no frets that are sticking out, like you're not getting poked at all. For a $100 guitar, I'm actually very pleasantly surprised with how the neck feels. The tuners, they're kind of inconsistent. Some of them are really good. Like the G, for example, it's always the G string, right? Insert joke here, insert. But that's terrible, I'm sorry. But the G, you can actually kind of feel like the machine's kind of going like, but the other ones are very smooth. So the G one is kind of but the rest of them are pretty good. It does hold tune decently well. Again, for having a tremolo on a $100 guitar, I feel like it holds tune about as good as you can expect. The wood feels super light. I can't remember what it is. I don't know if it's like ash or something. I'd have to look it up. If you've watched my videos, I'm not really a specs guy. That's something you guys can look up. Honestly, I don't really care much about specs other than, what kind of pickup. Is it and when I say what kind of pickup, I mean, is it a single coil, a humbucker, a P90? I don't necessarily care what brand or, I don't know. I just don't care that much. I like it all, I don't, maybe I'm not the best at reviewing stuff because I kind of love everything. But honestly, what I look for in a very inexpensive guitar is, can it be tuned? Yes, this one can be tuned. Can you fix the intonation on the bridge? Yes. Can you fix the springs in the back to make the tremolo arm, work better. Yes, you can. You can make the bridge flesh. Yes. All the tone pots and volume pots work. The 5-way toggle works. This instrument jack did suck. I have had to mess with that. I did get it to work now. I got it, I got it fixed, but it's kind of stupid that I had to do that. So that's definitely a fail. But it does work now. The neck feels great. The frets feel good. The nut is fine. Again, it's a plastic nut. It's all to keep the price down. So would I recommend this guitar? Yes, I would. Now, I understand if you write in the comments, well, you got this guitar for free, you're working with LyxPro. You're just saying that it's a decent guitar because you want to work with LyxPro more, you want to get, working with companies more. Yes, that is true. But I also, I think in order to be a good presenter on social media when it comes to gear is that you do have to have that authenticity, right? I did get this guitar for free. I do like working with LyxPro. I do think that their communication has been fantastic. I do think they're a nice company to work with. And yeah, sure, I would love for them to eventually maybe send me that Les Paul style or the Telecaster style. So yes. But would I also recommend this guitar if I wasn't getting a free one? Yes. If you wanted to hold out and spend $200, $300, absolutely. Is my Stratocaster, my Affinity Strat that's $300, is it quote unquote better quality? I think it is, yes. I do think that is maybe worth 2 to 3 times as much as this guitar. Absolutely. So if you can hold out and buy the $300 Affinity Strat, I would say do that instead of buying this. And $100 is not an insignificant amount, man. With the inflation and the cost of living anymore, $100 could go towards your bills or something, So it's not like $100 is cheap. So I understand if, it's like, well, do I drop $100 on this thing? I think that it would make a great Christmas present for a beginner guitar student. Or even an adult that's looking to just get into it, or maybe you've played for a while and you just want to see what a Strat style guitar would feel or sound like, and you don't want to drop tons of money or like commit. This would be a perfect, entry level thing. When I say entry, I mean this is as cheap as you can make a guitar and have it still work. I think if you went below $100, it's just not going to even be playable. So to make it playable, I think $195, $100, $75. I think I saw a Harley Benton. That's about as cheap I think as you can make a guitar and have it actually still work. So yes, it works fine for a $100 guitar, and it sounds and feels and plays like a $100 guitar. That's the best way to put it. I think they did a good job for its price. Is it like going to compare to like a $1,000 guitar? I don't know. Of course not. But I do think for a $100 guitar, I think it's as good as any other $100 guitar that's out there, maybe even a little bit better. Like you have those Donners and like, I don't know, Firefly. I can't remember. There's some like other really cheap brands. I feel like this would hold up alongside any of those. Harley Benton even. I think so, yeah, 100%. So, I definitely would recommend it. I do have, again, full transparency, I do have this listed in my TikTok creator shop on my TikTok page. If you are interested, I do get a couple bucks, I think like less than 20, I think. It's like 20 or less I get. And if I did get, I haven't sold any of these yet as the recording of this video. I have not sold any of these yet through my TikTok. If I did, all that money, the couple bucks I get, it's all going to be, put back into the channel. It's going to be put back into being able to get different gear to show you guys, or, maybe a better camera or better lights. It's all going to be reinvested in this. So this isn't some like get rich scheme. This is really me just trying to have a career as a musician. And in 2024 and beyond, that includes working with companies and, maybe getting paid in product or getting paid eventually to demo guitars. I really don't want to work with a company if I hate them. Like if I don't like a company, I think they're jerks, or I don't think their product is good, I don't want to work for them. I don't care how much money they offer. I'm saying that now. And so you have this visual, video record of me saying that. But if it's a company that's really super awesome to work with, they're really nice, they're really kind, I think they have a good product, and I think it's worth people checking out, I will work with them. So that's kind of where I am with LyxPro. I think they're good to work with. I think they have, for the price point, I think I have a decent product. And yeah, that's where I'm at. So I hope that all makes sense. Real quick before I go, I do want to thank you guys so much. I know I say it all the time. I mean it all the time. Thank you is not even a strong enough phrase to show my gratitude that you're actually watching these videos. You're actually commenting. I love answering your comments, please keep it coming, guys. Anything I could help you with, whether it's music related or even, like even if you need someone to chat to who's been through it all as a musician, please, don't hesitate to reach out. I mean, I'm not any kind of health specialist. If you need help that way, like mental health, always reach out to doctors and medical professionals. But I definitely could be a listening ear, whether it comes to gear, your mental health, anything, man. Like, I just want to support people who are into music, into guitar, into playing, musicians and normies alike, man. You're all welcome here. So thank you guys so much. Please like, share, subscribe, ring the bell, all that fun stuff. I do quickly want to give a shout out to my patrons, patreon.com/OneRayMusic. We have Chuck Johnson, Hexagon Papa, Kay Ritchie, Duke McDonald. You guys are awesome, man. Again, even that couple bucks, I'm getting like $20 maybe a month from Patreon. Again, that's all being reinvested. Guitar strings, or I'm getting a new interface because this one sucks, just stuff like that. It's being all reinvested in my musical journey. So please know that. You guys are awesome, man. I will be back very soon. It's been good to get back to making videos again, so definitely stay tuned for more content, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.